Welcome. I'm so happy to see you here. Today, I would like to have a little talk about fear and separation on one side and love and union on the other side. We all had to face or are facing hardship in our life, challenging times, heartbreaks, people dying, people leaving, feelings of grief, sadness, despair. And I think, especially in these times, we're going collectively through really challenging times. The political environment changing, this being locked up, it's super intense. The newspaper never was really a place where I would go to feel good or I would get my bliss. But nowadays, when I open a newspaper, I immediately feel my level of fear rising. And I also hear this a lot from other friends around, yogis, other people in my environment, that we all are facing these heightened levels of anxiety. So then I came up with this question like, what is this fear and how does it actually feel? So then I sat down and I asked myself this question, and then I felt fear is just like this contraction in my heart. It's like a contraction in my belly. It's like this whole vacuum in my body. And when I feel strong fear, I sometimes even feel it in my brain and sometimes even in my eyes. Like my eyes they don't want to look to the outside world. And in this outside world is where the threat is, where the danger is. And I want to move away from that, pull myself out. And I think that is exactly what fear is, this creating of this separation from me and a thing in the outside world, what I think is threatening me. And I think it's really interesting because on the root of the fear is separation. It's the feeling of they, she, he, it, whatever it is, what makes you scared, what makes you fearful. There is a threat and here is me. So at the root of the fear is separation. And what I do then when I feel this fear, how do I react to make this separation bigger? I pull myself out. I move out of the situation. And at the opposite of this is the love and the union, is the moving towards something, moving towards other humans, animals, things, is this feeling of dropping down the barriers and melting with the environment, moving towards this feeling of oneness, union. And even if you just hear these words and think about it, you think, oh, that's nice feeling. So the goal must be to just go in this love, in this union, end up there, stay there, and all will be good. All will be good. But no. Yoga teaches us that the goal of life is not to be in one or the other space. The goal is to not be stuck at either side of the ends, but life is about the movement in between the two. It's these waves of life, and we see these waves in many aspects in life. We see it in our own body. We are constantly breathing in and breathing out. We see it in the waves of the oceans, going in and out. It's what money likes to do, flowing in and out. It's what happiness does. It comes, we have a moment of joy in our life, and then something happens, and then we face hardship. It's constantly these waves. And it's what life itself is. We're in this body, out this body. And then if we connect with this wave stronger and stronger, then living and dying becomes as natural as the waves of the ocean flowing in and out. So the key is to not get stuck at either sides of the end and to come into this movement. Movement is life. It's like the water. If water keeps moving enough, then it has this power, this capacity to restore itself, to clean itself. And same for humans. If we allow movement enough between our emotion, we have the capacity to restore ourselves, to heal ourselves, no matter what we're going through. So to practice with these waves and to make ourselves stronger in these waves is why we practice yoga. And this is, I think, what is one of the main teachings of Kundalini yoga, to practice this muscle of the soul. And then I can see that when I'm breathing out, I'm still alive. When I look at the ocean and the ocean goes out, I don't think, oh, the ocean is gone. Now the ocean is still there, just the wave is coming out. And before I know, the wave is coming in. When I'm breathing out, I know my body, my life is still there. And before I know it, I will take a next breath in. And when I'm see my happiness goes out, I know I'm still here. And next moment, happiness will come in again. Then I can still be happy even if I face challenges. To balance this in and out, up and down, these waves of lives. And in yoga, we do this by stepping on the mat. And every time we step on the mat, we can see it as a practice of connection. A connection with ourselves, with teaching, with the mantra, with the movement, and a practice to connect with each other, because we're in this sadhana together. And the moment you step on your mat, you connect with this grid of people we're in now, and we're making this connection. And by this connection, we're doing exactly the opposite as the fear, the separation. So we're balancing the two out a bit. And my invitation to you is to work with this team in the coming days, or however you feel like it, to see that the moment if you are in the sadhana and you feel like resistance coming up in the form of your body or thoughts and saying, oh, I don't want to do it, and I have pain and I can't do it, blah blah, all these things. There are thoughts and sensations, burning sensations, but are actually like pulling you out, creating separation, and to make a contradiction movement and say like, okay, what is this feeling? How does it feel? What are the thoughts? To make a step closer in, to really dive deep into the practice, to feel all the sensations, to feel your emotions, to hear your thoughts, to really be close with everything that's happening, and to feel these movements inside of you where something wants to pull you out and then something is pulling you back in, this dance inside of ourselves, these waves. And then we notice that the more strong we're getting, the more strong this muscle of the soul is getting, then the more resilient we get in life. And then we can step out into the world and maybe even open a newspaper and be not so fearful, and to know that it's all just a wave. Union inside the practice, and with this union, inside of whole of life, and to connect with this dance deeper and deeper. Good luck. I'm with you. Satnam.